Up with it. Living with a disability. Yes, I have a disability. Yes, I'm disabled. I've been living with a disability now since I was 15 years old. When I was 15 years old, like I said, my niece, my nephew, her boyfriend, a brother friend of mine, another friend of mine, and my little brother and a couple other family members, you know, when I got shot with the dust blunts and took them back to the head, it unbalanced the chemical in my brain. So, you know, the doctor labeled me. Yes, the doctor labeled me schizophrenic bipolar. And I just suffered so much. I mean, I suffered a lot. So like people don't know like what it's like to live with a disorder. You know what I'm saying? So if you got bad post-traumatic stress disorder, to the cats who got ADD, DD, and all of that, and autism, to bipolar, schizophrenic, this one right here is for y'all, because we really go through it. We box with our demons. We box with our demons so our knuckles turn purple. We really deal with spiritual warfare. You know what I mean? We really deal with all that same time of demonic activity, and it's labeled as, like, mine will be schizophrenic and bipolar. So yes, with my niece and my nephew, that dust blunt, it unbalanced the chemical in my brain, and it's like it took me downtown to the underworld, to another dimension. You know what I mean? Where I'm just seeing green, just seeing all kind of demonic activities to the third eye. You got to stay woke to it, rise above it. I had to suffer so much, and I still suffer. The difference from then to now is you learn how to cope. You learn how to deal with it. It ain't about the pills that I take. Those pills just leave you, it makes you not want to take them. It leaves you all tired and exhausted all day. And the side effects of making you fat, you definitely wouldn't want to take those type of pills that I take. You know what I mean? But I fight. I'll be exhausted. I'm on the front line of the warfare. I'm battling. I go through hell just to get up out the bed every day. I go through hell just to want to use the bathroom. I go through hell to want to get in the shower. I go through hell just to get up and make food. And even though I go through hell, I still, God, I got to say it again, God still gives me the strength to accomplish these things I need to get done. It's real. You know what I'm saying? When you got to live with a disability, you got to deal with all that comes with it. Yes, I'm going to say it again. When you're living with a disability, you got to take all that comes with it. And it's rough. It's raw. It's living a living hell. A happy death day, because every day you waking up into some more of the satanic demonic activity. And once my family, they blood sacrificed me. They did the witchcraft. Some people will say voodoo. They spirit cooked me in a melting pot. They went downtown to the graveyard and did the graveyard dust, blew smoke, dusted me. I just been seeing green. Everything just hits different after that, So living with a disability is, I ain't got one of them arms and I got to be walking with a cane. I ain't got in a walker and I ain't in a wheelchair. But yes, I'm disabled mentally. You know what I mean? And they labeled me schizophrenic and bipolar since I was about 15 years old. I'm 36 years old. How come I'm 36 years old? Like, how am I still alive? How am I maintaining to look myself presentable? Because I choose to fight every day in this war. We on a battlefield in the front line. You know what I mean? Where I'm trying to stay above water. I'm not trying to go downtown with the man at the other end. I'm not trying to be with the underground. I have no need to want to be there. God gave me a life. He gave me a purpose to prosper with great progress. I don't never want to be this project. I don't want to be this, where we gotta deal with it and take it as it comes and fight through this war. It's rough, sometimes you got with the negativity, you got to deal with, you got to deal with the nervous breakdowns, the anxiety attacks, the panic attacks. Let me say it again. You got to deal with the nervous breakdowns, the anxiety attacks, the panic attacks. And sometimes you got to deal with all three at the same time. Sometimes it could be for 10 minutes. It could be for 20. It could be for 3 hours. It could be all day, all freaking day. It could be the whole week. Sometimes it's just a little more high than others. Why dealing with the spiritual warfare? Yes, why are you boxing with your demons till your knuckle turn purple? Dealing with the satanic demonic activity. It's real. Anybody don't know what the symptoms of schizophrenic and bipolar is, you got to go and look it up. It's real demonic of what we deal with. And they label me that at the highest rate. the highest. You know what I mean? So growing up as a kid, I was 15 years old. I was a teenager. In my mind, I already felt I was grown. But really, I was still a young boy to my mother. I was still her baby, and I'm always gonna be her baby. I didn't know I was gonna finish high school, hearing voices and seeing things. How was I gonna finish high school? How? I had to focus on knocking that out the way, and then after that, boxing with your demons. You be so exhausted, so drained, your system ready to shut down after all of that spiritual warfare. You know what I mean? So, and then it was how I was going to do the work, how I was going to know enough knowledge to, when it's time to test me, I pass. Then what was I going to do after high school? How was I going to get a steady job that keeps me stable? How was I going to grow from a boy to a man and be able to take care of myself without having to depend on anybody? Yes, disability is real. It's real. And dealing with all of this satanic, demonic, this drama, this low vibrations, these dark spirit people, it's like you trying to shake the beast. You're trying to shake the devil. You in the belly of the beast every day, and you trying to keep yourself from going under and going crazy. They say we crazy. If you had to deal with this demonic, satanic activity of this disabilities, you would say we insane, because that's not real. How many people you could really look at and you could say you can count on your hands, hear voices and see things, and really went the demonic activity. This is not normal, but they want it to be normal. This is our lives. We got to go through this right here, yo. We got to go through the sanctum right here and come out on the other side and still do better. A lot of people who's not disabled, you don't see how good you have it, because you don't got to wake up with these problems, but still you complain about nothing. You complain about problems you can remove, even though you probably have 10 or 100 people to help you with it. You'll still complain about the problem even once it was handled. We don't have that. We don't have that type of life. We don't have those situations. We got to fight, and we got to fight harder than y'all just to be accepted as who we are. It's real when you're going through spiritual warfare. It's real when you're disabled. You got to depend on people who's not even dependable. You got to count on somebody who's not even going to be accountable for their own actions. They're going to take their time and do what they want. Then they see if they got enough to come swing back for you. It's real. It's real, man. Dealing with this satanic activity of this being disabled. I had dead skin all on my hands, my feet. You can see my hair is dead. My mind, I'm hearing voices. My system be shutting down. My heart be just constantly skipping. You know what I mean? It's real when you're dealing with that. You get bad anxiety. You get nervous breakdowns, crazy, and panic attacks while dealing with the spiritual warfare. That's a lot. And I just lost about 15 people last year. The body count is over 15 this year. So that's like, I lost like 30 people. That's a lot to deal with while still dealing with this disability I have. You know what I mean? Being disabled. It makes you hurt. I cry at night dealing with what I'm dealing with. I even ask God why and how come, or how could you let this happen, or what did I do to deserve that? I go through it, y'all. I missed out on a lot of opportunities because of this. I could never really drive a car. I ain't never been to no prom. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never really been in a relationship with a person. I ain't never really had I've gone through stuff like this. It's hard to trust people. You don't even know who to trust. You stop being around a lot of people. You distance yourself. And I spent a lot of time in them psych wards, them being a psychiatric patient with the nightgown, them cold rooms, taking needles to my ass when I'm out of order with no control. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. And looking up at God, looking at that ceiling, you learn how to love yourself and become your own best friend with God in your life. And I learned that that's all I needed at that moment, because ain't nobody else was going to get me through. They couldn't even understand what I was going through if I explained it to them. Because mentally, it's not about being some are mentally disturbed, but it's not about just being mentally disturbed. When you're blind, you got dirt in your eye and you're not woke, you wouldn't understand it. I could say it to you, but to understand this, you have to see a picture that you can't unsee. You have to go through something like this. You know what I mean? So I want to thank everybody who supported me from then to now, who showed love. And no, you didn't show up every day, but whenever you showed up with love. I thank you for that, because I know it's hard, especially when you have your own life to give and you got your own family to live and give for. So I just want to say thank you to all the mods. And once again, stay on God time and not on demon time. Stay off demon time and stay on God time. Remember, I got you, you got me, we got each other, and God got us. Say it with me. I got you, you got me, we got each other, and God got us. Northside, God's plan. Up with it. Let's get it. Strengthen the bond daily. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. Help this video go viral if you can, you know? Like I said, it's not a debate. It's not a for discussion. Real recognize real. It's not a debate. It's not a for discussion. Real recognize real. Till next episode, aces. Up with it.